And do you worry about creating more terrorists?
No, we have to stop terrorists. And the only way you're going to stop them, in my opinion, is that way. You know, they say they don't mind dying. I think they do mind dying. But I can tell you this, they want their families left alone. We have to stop terrorism.
You don't think there's a worry, a tension, if you go too far, that you end up creating more terrorists?
What's too far? What's too far? They're killing people. Whether it's what we just saw in California or in Paris, they're killing people, innocent people, people without guns. You look at Paris, no guns, nothing. And you look at California, no guns. I can tell you one thing, if I'm in there and I had a gun, we're going down shooting. We're going to knock them out, okay, one way or the other. And if a couple of guns are in that room, you talk about Second Amendment, which I'm a big believer in the Second Amendment. In Paris, they had no guns. In California, they had no guns. Only the bad guys had the guns. So they were like sitting ducks, every one of them.
Should the good guys get guns?
Well, I mean, the good
Should
guys...
people carry?
If they want to, they should be able to, because it's going to be a lot safer. Look at what's going on. We're going into these gun-free areas. How about the school a few months ago? Gun-free school, gun-free area. And you look at what happened, it was a disgrace. If people had guns, how about the soldiers that were killed? 6 soldiers killed, champion marksmen on a military base. They're not allowed to carry their guns. And a whack job walks in and kills them. Not right. So I am a believer in the Second Amendment. And you know, the bottom line is, the bad guys are always going to have the guns. We better do something about it. Paris is one of the toughest cities in the world for guns, right? You can't get them. And you had carnage.
Why do you think people join ISIS in the United States?
Well, I think for one reason, they're using the internet a lot better than we do. And they're brainwashing these kids. I mean, the word is brainwashing. They are brainwashing young, impressionable people, largely young. Probably they're doing it with older people also.
How do you fight that?
You fight it with intelligence. You fight it by beating them at their own game. You fight it by not saying mastermind, like you did, like other people did. I see the word mastermind, the mastermind. I called him the guy with the dirty hat, the guy with the dirty, filthy hat. They called him a mastermind. And these kids are watching the mastermind. They say, oh, I want to be a mastermind. The press is really hurting it. I will say that. I was very strong on that last week and 2 weeks ago with the Paris knockout. And I think the press is making it, they're glamorizing these people. These people are animals. These people are not masterminds. They're not even smart people. I bet you they have very low IQs. I mean, they're not smart people. And the press is making them into something. They're making them into Robin Hood. And young people and other people are following. We have to stop their internet work. They're doing better at we came up with the internet, but they're using it better than we do.
In terms of stopping them, at the moment, if you're on the no-fly list, you can buy a firearm. Does that need to be fixed?
Well, I'd certainly take a look at it. I would. I'm very strong into the whole thing with Second Amendment. But if you can't fly, and if you've got some really bad, I would certainly look at that very hard.
Would you also look into the shooters in this case amassed a great amount of ammunition?
Right.
They had multiple weapons. Should that, in this new world, bring people under suspicion if they're developing that kind of a cache?
Certainly people could look at it. They should. When the people next door and when other people are saying there's something strange going on there, that's not people going hunting for deer, okay, what was happening in there. Because they had bombs, they had all sorts of pipe bombs, they had a lot of things. And certainly you can take a look at what's going on. Again, the word vigilance. Yeah. We have to be looking at a lot of different things, but we can't do anything to hurt the Second Amendment. People need their weapons to protect themselves. And you see that now more than ever before.